Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, welcome to that time of the week. We like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I'm your almost never humble host, Eric Sizemore, joined by my beautiful co-host, Quiet Michael.
That's me, Eric.
And dialing it in from the cornfield, just 17 clicks to the northeast of me, Andrew TD.
Hi, everyone.
Good job, TD.
I'm gonna get you a bicycle horn for this segment.
What's wrong with TD? Did you quit drinking?
He's mad at you for being late.
You're mad at me?
Ah, and we are going to have some funny memes for you. But first, a patented, trademark, copyrighted, absolutely essential part of every single episode of Facebook for the Blind. You know it. You'll love it. Did you know that this is like the 256th episode of this show? That is like 2 to the 8th power, or 2 to the 4th power to the 2nd power, which I wrote when I thought that Brain was going to be here. No, actually, it just looks really cool on the screen. He loves the math stuff. I also found out a bunch of stuff about Unicode, and apparently you can't do an 8. You can't do anything to the power of 8. So I had to get creative and do math. That's how much I love doing this show with you guys. Math. That's what I did. Episode 256, and of course I'm talking about depressing news. Number 1. If you're not getting your depressing news from Facebook for the Blind, I mean, what are you even doing with yourself? What's wrong? I don't understand. One of the pieces of news that I had out there that seemed to get quite a bit of traction from my audience, the Cato Institute has a libertarian think tank, if you didn't know, funded by the Koch brothers, who are particularly nasty pieces of shit. They just published a study showing that immigrants generate more income and taxes than the average person, and they take less in government services. So net massive contributors to society. And I got to tell you what, I thought we all knew this, but no, people didn't know this. People didn't know this. So that was fun. Meanwhile, you remember the story we told about the TikTok challenge where the kids are seeing how far they can get into a Scientology office? Well, according to Rivers Langley, friend of the show, all of the Scientology buildings on Hollywood Boulevard are locked down, and they even took off the door handles. TikTok children did in a week what 30 years worth of books and documentaries couldn't do. And a friend of the show, we were talking about the Church of the Subgenius and J.R. Bob Dobbs, Hail Bob. And their artist actually commented on here that he used to be employed across the street. And when he would see people going into this outfit, he would scream at them, "Don't go in there! They have technology that can steal your soul! It's a trap! It's a cult!" I was like, oh, thanks, John. Doing the Lord's work in Hollywood, no less. So all the heroes out there. You remember about 2 months ago when the tangerine toddler in the White House said that the ballroom is going to be fully paid for by American patriot donors. All these amazing corporations had stepped up, like Palantir and Taco Bell, I don't know. And they said zero cost to our United States taxpayers. Well, Lindsey Graham said we need a ballroom, and he's written a bill to fund it for $400 million. So the thing that was free is suddenly $400 million. And you know what's even more fun is that the actual bill that has come through is, as I understand it, $1 billion. It's just, I tell you what, you start throwing around 400 million here, 400 million there, you start talking about real money. So, ooh, a ballroom I'm never getting into. Why are we listening to Lindsay anyway? He said, if we can take back control of the Strait of Hormuz, it is checkmate. And one commenter said, wow, it's supposed to be a new chess where you compete to put your pieces back where they were before you smack them off the board. A lot of commenters having a lot of fun with that. Hey, and what I think may be the most MAGA America MAGA thing yet, RFK Jr. has appointed a tobacco executive to senior leadership role at the Center for Disease Control. I mean, just you got to give it up. These guys are so on brand. I mean, Is Satan even on this brand? I mean, I don't know, guys. This is incredible. You know who doesn't care about all this oil in the Middle East? That's right. It's the United Kingdom and Sweden. They're both generating tons of offshore wind, and Sweden's wind heavy grid keeps embarrassing the anti-wind script because there are some days they have actually had negative electricity prices. That's right. People would pay you to take their electricity in Sweden. And Britain has some of the same. And the electrification is going on over there. So they're kind of like, yeah, don't pay any attention to what's over here, but they're doing fine. In really good news here, the Daily Wire. You remember Ben Shapiro's eyebrows? Look at those eyebrows. Those things generate their own little dry windstorm, especially around his wife's crotch. The Daily Wire has fired half of its staff. Half. They've lost 85% of his YouTube audience since last year. Only last week we were talking about the joyous news of The Onion taking control of InfoWars. And now Ben Shapiro is down. I don't know. We're on a good trend here. I like where this is going. We always like to close out with a nice heartwarming animal story for the closer of the news. And here, a guy in rural Pennsylvania set up a trail cam hoping to film deer passing through his property at night. Instead, he got footage of his cat Bandit just leading a gang of raccoons. I know it's a still photo, but the confidence this cat exudes, you know, tail's not spiking, it's just like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yep, of course I'm the leader of this pack. Absolutely. Anyway, that's a heartwarming animal story for you. And that is the end of the news. Absolutely. So there's no more news. We're all out of news.
We did it, Eric.
We did. Which means that it's time to get into the funny, funny memes. I assume you have prepared an average round one.
Eric, here comes my big long round one.
Oh!
Yeah. I got a lot of memes to share and captive audience, so buckle up, especially you, TD. Rivers Cuomo says, I have no friends. Gene Ween responds, Rivers Cuomo, that's because you wrote Beverly Hills.
What? Oh,
Cuck Liddell, which
oh my.
I've got to start reading their names, man. Friend of the show, Cuck Liddell. At cock_Lesnar.
Bruh.
He says, I wish more Chinese generals made delicious chicken and rice dishes. Brian Canoy, friend of the show, Brian Canoy has an idea. He says, little medical bracelets, but they tell the nurse they're not allowed to make a TikTok about you.
Bruh.
I love this one. It says, when you have a bad day at work, but you don't smoke. And it's just a guy with his head in his hands sitting on a park bench and he's holding a Slim Jim. This was my favorite meme of the week. Mac, friend of the show, Mac, posts this picture of Justin Bieber shirtless. He's got a little bit of a beard and he's drinking a beer. It looks a little glossy-eyed. She says, Justin Bieber got an aura, you can't lie. And Roxy Demento, friend of the show, Roxy Demento says, you guys would love a gas station in Central Florida. Because this fucking guy is everywhere. Like, Moist Buddha, friend of the show, Moist Buddha, keeping it moist, keeping it Buddha. And Shithead Steve's there too. It says me at it's a picture of Homelander sitting angrily on a couch in like a really nice, I don't know what to call this room, just like a big room, like a ballroom or something. And it says me at the plans I agreed to when I was in an extrovert mood. Oh
boy.
I used to make that mistake.
Yes.
I don't make that mistake anymore. I just say no all the time. I like this. It says, sorry, I can't hang out this weekend. I already have plans. And you see it from 7 to 8 a.m. They got to beat a dead horse. 8 to 9, they're going to be pushing someone's buttons. Oh, then they're going to have to skate on some thin ice, beat around the bush. Really busy from 10 to 11. They're double booked. Put in my 2 cents and knock it till I try it. Later, they have to address the elephant in the room. It's going to be a busy day. I think I stole this one from Trash Can, keeping it nasty. And it says, my next fit check if one more thing goes wrong. And it's just a full body straight jacket.
Good times.
Yes.
Trash Can's back's got a picture of a Spirit Airlines jet. And it says, just got this bad boy on Facebook Marketplace. I have a professor who I love him, man. He does corporate strategy, and he goes, "Who says it's a bad thing for companies to go out of business?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Sometimes they have to go out of business. I don't know. Like, what do we?
Sure.
Why do we get so upset
Yeah.
about that?"
Yeah.
Jazario, friend of the show, Jazario51 says, "Home Improvement has Wilson. The Big Bang Theory has Mr. Wolowitz. What are some other unseen or mostly unseen characters in TV?" TD, read what he says there. Read what the man says.
The Storm Wrestling Academy, also known as legendary wrestler James, sorry, not James Storm, but Lance Storm, from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, um, says WWE had John Cena.
Hell yeah.
Can't
Can't
see
see
me.
him. The Onion reports epidemiologists confirm first airborne transmission of Mar-a-Lago phase. Experts say disease is spread
Bruh.
beyond early hotspots in DC and Florida. I got two more. The Onion's back, friend of the show and former employee of Eric. It's a picture
Yeah.
of Trent Ralston. He says, taking advantage of other people was the best financial decision I ever made.
Oh.
And finally, from the Onion, there's a picture of a manager of a combination Taco Bell KFC secretly considers it mostly a Taco Bell. And that's all I got for my big long round one. Kicking it over to you, TD.
Okay, guys, this is normally the part where I do the often imitated, never duplicated, world famous short round one, brought to you by the dumbest things I can find on the internet. But I've been informed by our fearless leader Sizemore that we're not really sure how my memes are going to work out tonight. So buckle up, Buttercup. I don't know what the fuck's going on either.
So I have a question. Can I just show you one and you tell me if it was supposed to be the first or the last one in your set?
Sure.
Okay.
That was somewhere. Yeah, that's the first one for this round. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Fucking great meme.
So, I kind of have a
Wait. Is this the second
yes.
meme?
David, the what? No, it's the fucking first one. That's the second. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Well, do it live.
Good? Are we fucking good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep yelling. No, keep yelling, dude.
David DeStella. I don't fucking know him. Got a
Dave.
picture of a shitty ballroom with Ben Stiller's dumb face from Zoolander. And it says, the Epstein Maxwell Ballroom for presidents who can't read good.
Nice.
Yeah. Next. Tempest KC, I don't know, says it's got a picture of two little Oompa Loompas. Says, I think every time a Trump employee gets canned, Oompa Loompas should appear and sing a song about lies, greed, and Epstein.
Oompa
Honestly.
loompa doompa dee doo. I've got another scandal for you.
All right, next.
Love it.
Myra at Le Papillon Blue 2. They got a repost from Pepsi. It says, name a better combo than Pepsi and pizza. We'll wait. And through pack, I don't know yet, but I love the cut of your jib. Says, Donald Trump in prison.
Yeah.
Please, sir, can I have another?
Right. let's see here. We got I'll tell you in a minute. Tony Michaels, I don't know. It's got a picture of Bart Simpson looking sad, and he's there by that Trump Dr. Jesus bullshit. And it says, Dad, this is the dumbest thing Trump's ever done. And Homer's looking at him like, this is the dumbest thing he's ever done so far. So
Yeah,
there's
it's
always
only
that to look
Tuesday.
forward to.
It's only Tuesday.
Right? Next. Oh, here we go. New acquaintance of the show, Jesus Chrysler, at Jesus Chrysler 2. He
Hey,
reposted from this dude named Ben Grimes, and it's a picture of Dan Quayle. Remember that dude? It says,
yeah,
remember when Dan Quayle misspelled spelled potato, and everyone was like, that's a good enough reason for him not to be president. We should be like that again.
yep, yep.
Yeah, he couldn't spell potato, and he didn't become president. What the fuck? We used to be a proper bunch of assholes around here. Jesus Christ.
We used to have
All right,
standards.
next. Right? Yes. Atheist girl at I am atheist girl. I don't know you, but I like you. It's
Hi.
got a picture of just a bunch of plain white M&Ms, and it says Mars has relented and will now add an alpha male M&M. They're all white, extra bitter, melt down and mix with multicolored M&Ms, and have no nuts.
I bet they're fragile too.
The alpha male M&M. Oh yeah, they definitely crack under pressure. All right, next. Okay, so this fucking guy, I don't know you, but I like you. He reposed from Braden Bauer. Says, if you ask a coworker, how are you? And they say, well, I'm here. That loosely translates to, I need you to push me off the roof. We can make it look like an accident. If I die, I'm finally free. If I live, we'll sue this place and split the money. Please, for the love of God, help. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
All right. I think I got one more here for round one. Yep. Hey, Labune, you still here? No. Okay. Fuck it. I'll read it myself. My dumbass posted this about 5 years ago. Says, okay, it's a picture of Daphne and Velma from Scooby Doo, and I think they're laying in a bed. So, and Daphne's like, okay, but what type of experiment are we doing here, Velma? And Velma's got a very shifty look on her face. Says, two in the jinkies, one in the stinky. I don't even care anymore. And that's all I
Ouch.
got
Right
for
in,
the short round one, brought to you by the dumbest shit I could find on the internet. Over to you, Sizemore.
ouch. Right in the childhood, dude. Right in the childhood.
Hey,
Ooh,
don't even care. Everybody forget
I
these
know.
hands.
I know. Blowing my mind. Blowing my mind. Uh, I'm gonna stall. You're like, what?
Yeah, that's what you're good at.
I know. I know. I don't mean to. It just works out that way. Um, so yeah, where's everybody from?
Orange County.
Ah, okay. Short, wholesome round because I just don't have that much wholesome material, as every one of you knows.
I've never taken that seriously.
This this was actually my this was actually my post with the most, guys. I feel very humbled and grateful for all the birthday wishes. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you. I love you. Mwah. It was great. Lots of people told me nice things, and it was lovely. And yeah, that one got like bajillions of hits. And on my birthday, I actually did post all I want for my birthday is everyone to view all media like we do on April 1st. Still trying to rewrite. I'm still trying to rewrite that joke. I've been trying to write that joke for like 10 years, Still not in the right order, but you go anyway. One of the things I thought was funny is Brian says, "Is it really your birthday?" Like, um, you know what? Yeah, actually, come. Okay, so he's actually reading the brief. He's taking it seriously. Okay, all right. Paul also says this post is probably fake, and I just gave up at that point. Here we have a picture of a guy, gringo, in a sombrero outside of a local establishment called Hacienda, and he's got a T-shirt on that says "Taco Bout Freedom." Kokomo Man declares Cinco de Taco Tuesday after realizing the two holidays fall on the same day. It's very efficient. So, Cinco de Mayo and Taco. To those of you who celebrate, happy Cinco. People incorrectly correcting other people 2.0. New friend of the show, Craig, has posted this. It says, "Every day I think we've hit peak stupidity, and then the internet proves me wrong." And we see a picture of a person with a tape measure, and they have got it stretched across a pizza, and it says, "This is the second time my 15-inch pizza measured under 12 inches." And Daryl S says, "You have to measure diagonally."
Um,
And I can tell from the profile pic, Daryl is serious. Pizzas are just like TVs, man. Don't let it fool you. Jesus Christ. And finally, friend of the show, Chad, says maybe all of this shooting will stop if Danville gets a ballroom.
yeah.
Danville, Illinois.
Oh, dude, Danville has been rife with the shooty shoots.
Oh.
More than normal.
Yeah, more than normal. And before it was kind of a racket. Hey, back to you, Michael, for a
Yeah.
part. Duh.
Kicking off the round two, the ostensibly second round with women hold up half the sky. So you see a picture by Jay Duquette, who that's the artist. Woman is standing at the pharmacy counter. The pharmacist says, "Sorry, abortion pills are dangerous and you can't be trusted with them. How about a big fucking gun?" The other 98% has two pictures of Erica Kirk making just
Oh,
out of this
creepy.
world faces. Yeah.
Yeah, super creepy.
Jamie Bonkowitz says, "There was a time in my life when I didn't know who Erica Kirk was, and I really took that for granted."
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
that. Dude,
Jamie at Space
rough.
J underscore me, friend of the show, says, "A guy just tried to mansplain to me what a sawhorse is, but I shut him down because I am well aware that it's the past tense of seahorse. Thanks." Moist Buddha, friend of the show, keeping it moist, keeping it Buddha. We have
Hiya.
four pictures from The Sopranos of Tony Soprano here, and it says Tony Soprano summer. And then in parentheses, it says panic attacks, eating gabagool straight out of the package, making no progress in therapy, pool nap, repeating the same mistakes, watching the ducks. So, Eric, I thought you might like this. In 1909, dueling with wax bullets became a popular novelty.
Huh.
Losers could be theatrically declared dead, and the mock fatal results were said to cause general merriment. Swig at Old Rose Swig, friend of the show. He says wax bullet duels with the fellas after a case of beer sounds fun as fuck.
You know, these days, though, man, you'd have to pimp that ride. It'd have to be a fully automatic wax bullet
That's
gun.
true. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
I got two more. Allie at Miss Maine says boomers are like, "Hey, honey, want to go out to a restaurant and cough a lot?" And trash cans back, keeping it nasty. I, TD, what's this actor's name?
That?
He's the bad guy from Casino Royale.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway, he's
M
looking.
Mads Middelson?
Ah, okay. Very nice.
Anyway, Matilda, it says, I hope I am not only clinically insane to you guys, but also a friend.
Bit.
Oh, that was nice. So that's all I got for round two, the ostensibly second round. What you got, TD?
Okay, guys, believe it or not, we're doing the inebriated round, and I'm going to go ahead and spoil it. I tried to be, but when I get irritated, I sober up real fast. So let's start.
I
Ugh, that's horrible.
know.
You're not fucking kidding.
All right. All right. All right.
Please pause for the 75th technical difficulty of the episode.
You know, a lot of people don't know how hard it is to juggle when you have ADD. But that's what makes it fun. Il secondo round sta per iniziare. TD's number two.
Okay, this is the end of round two.
Shit. Okay, well, what's the beginning?
That one. What the? Yeah, that.
I don't know if I can run. Okay.
Okay. Friend of the show, Stoners United. Since today is Cinco de Mayo, it's a picture of a plant with maracas and mustache and a sombrero. Says, "Let's get Cinco de Mayo."
Heyo.
Heyo. Okay. Next. Middle-aged riot. Friend of the show says,
Oh, hey, man.
"Did you know marijuana?" It's got This is marijuana leaves. It says marijuana has been shown to alleviate nausea, vomiting, insomnia, headaches, anxiety, and depression, all of which are symptoms of Donald Trump being president.
Woo, ain't that the truth,
Yep.
baby?
Yeah, that's what, and that's why. Okay. Nope, that's the wrong direction. Here we go. Hey, I know this idiot. I posted this a couple years ago. And it's a picture of the character Ned from the Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland. And he's got this very funny look on his face. And it says, "What my snack cakes see when I got the munchies. It's about to go down." Yeah. Like I said in the comment here, this has totally been the last thing many a Twinkie has seen before it was consumed. Okay, next. The other direction. You get this. Okay. Canadian Beaver at Canadian BB13 says, "Good flirts. I'm enjoying getting to know you and don't want it to stop. Better flirts. I'm trying so hard not to kiss you right now. Me flirting. Did you know, according to NASA, 1993's Jurassic Park is the seventh most scientifically accurate film ever made?" I always get a phone number after that one. Always. Never fails.
Hilarious.
Stoners United once again says, "My high ass thought this cat had a hole in it because it is a cat walking across the sandy, deserty looking place. And the way its color and patterns, it looks like it's got a goddamn hole in its middle. I love natural optical illusions."
Brilliant.
Let's see. Yeah, we're good. The Hard Times, friend of the show, The Hard Times. It's got a picture of this lady doctor with her hands out in front of her, like really trying to drive a point home. It says, doctors recommend disappointingly low number of lunch beers."
Oh, man. Next, they'll be telling me I can only have one shower beer.
And they'll be telling me I can't smoke during my lunch break. Cooper Franklin, friend of the show, I think.
Hey.
It says, "Wendy's needs to get rid of the square burger. It seems a little too artificial. And Wendy's, with the best social media ever for a fast food chain." I said what I said. Replies to young Cooper, Says, unlike the supernatural circle shape that hamburgers come when you pick them off the vine.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, we got a few more here. Midwest versus the rest at Midwest underscore Ope, friend of the show. Says baseball was invented so people can measure a very large hail. That would take like two functioning brain cells to get. You need to have just a little bit of something on. Okay, next.
Midwest.
John John Capitetta, sure, says, just found out my neighbor's gorgeous and well-trained dog is actually a retired canine. So he's not coming to say hello every time he sees me and sits down in front of me. He's signaling that I smell like weed. That would be my luck if I ever do get a service dog, that I'm gonna get a retired police dog, and he can be like, bruh, nah.
Dogs are snitches, man.
Dude, you ain't lying.
Growing up, my dog used to snitch on me every time I came in late.
Hilarious.
I used to, when I lived by myself after my divorce, my dog would actually like browbeat me and lecture me at 3 a.m. Like, drunk again, aren't you? And what's that I smell? Bar skank? Yeah.
Oh,
I had a dog that used to growl at me when I stayed up too late.
No shit.
Get your ass to bed.
I swear to God, yeah, this dog, she would like legit browbeat me. Hey, I got another meme, I think. Let's keep going. Yep. Wrap up two here. We got some chick named Hannah says, can we please start a support group for procrastinators? And this dude Anderson says, tomorrow.
Yeah, that sounds like a good day to do that.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I'm down for that. And
It's not
that's
a
all I
Tuesday.
got for. Yeah,
I think I'll agree tomorrow. Is
lots
the
of
day.
planning. Right. Hey, and that's all I got for round two, the inebriated round. I tried. Over to you, Sizemore.
Yay. These are all, everything's out of order. It's just so funny. I think it's so funny. And there's nothing I can do. Yay. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, it's a it's a round. How's everybody doing tonight? Where's everybody from? Round. Wait, it's not the whole round, is it?
I should
It's
probably
not-
like help you when you're drowning like that.
No.
Just let it
Yeah.
go.
Nah,
It's the second round, Sizemore.
yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna do a header. Just
I
gonna go
just
right
flew in from Cleveland, and boy, are my arms tired.
Oh, good one. So I don't know if you heard this, but Jimmy Kimmel decided to put on an alternate uh, uh, correspondence dinner roast, tradition um, during when the fake assassination was staged, and so Jimmy Kimmel got up and had this little bit. He said roasted Stephen Miller. He said he's so racist. The reason he went bald is because his hair was black.
That's a good joke.
Stephen
That's
Miller
tight.
puts, and Stephen Miller, who does look like a polyp, Stephen Miller puts the cyst in white supremacists.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Those are quality jokes, man. That's a good roast.
I know. Kimmel must have a good room, or just a lot of pent up hatred. You know what I mean? So either way, I'm here. Either way, I'm
Yes.
here for it.
Yes.
You had a Tony Sopranos meme, so I thought I'd post this picture of him pumping gas that I saw over in Spotted in Chambana Uncensored from Stan. And Tony Soprano says, me paying $5 a gallon for gas because they couldn't just arrest some fucking pedophiles. Pretty good. Here we have a picture of Cash Patel. I'd say looking surprised, but that's just how he looks all the time. um, and the Daily Caller, which is a piece of shit place that we heard about earlier in the news, has posted this. Daily Caller's posted, it says, SNL can't even do racism right. And the intellectual dork web says the Daily Caller, experts on how to correctly do racism.
That's so fucking stupid.
It is an excellent point. Ben Shapiro is losing the writers, man. Here we have a shot from Star Trek, from Deep Space Nine. We have a Ferengi talking to Miles O'Brien, probably in Quark's bar. And
Or
controversial political memes from Chris. It says, Ferengi says, I suppose your capitalists are less sly than ours. And O'Brien says, our capitalists are dead. Ancient human workers slew them centuries ago. They were more trouble than they were worth. That's one of my favorite jokes. Super funny. We're not really talking about that. Speaking of people that were more trouble than they were worth, friend of the show, John McCombs up in Chicago, has posted this picture of this girl, and she's looking very contrite, and she's looking upwards, and she's labeled the South. And she says, guys, we're totally not racist anymore. We swear. And the next panel. The South, 5 minutes after racist guardrails are removed. Hand up, mouth closed. Yeah, okay, yeah. Anyway, because there's terrible things happening in the States and the Supreme Court, and we're all going to die. Anyway, fun stuff. The Onion has this shot of a man in a red jacket, clearly leading a tour. And it says, Capital Tour Guide keeps pointing out hidden spots with uninterrupted sight lines. Oh man, it was
Dated January 5th.
no, this is modern. This is now. This is happening now. Uh, oh, I don't have it. Oh wait, no, is it here? Somebody had a great comment. There's like people use this area over here to rifle through things. And that's all the controversial memes I have for Act Two, Round Two, the second one. Handing it back to you, Michael, for the penultimate round.
Yeah, okay.
You're like tertiary one.
Let's just do it. Kick it off with Trash Jones
Do it live.
right there. She's all texting the pissing me off man for some pissing me off.
Oh,
You get it?
yeah.
TQ Sarah, friend of the show, TQ Sarah says, all quiet on the frontal lobe. Steve, he sucks, but he's still around. The picture of a cat in front of a skylight, and it says, a living wage is not enough. I demand a laughing and a loving wage too.
no, God, no, no.
I thought this is funny from Chase. It says, if I saw Shrek in real life, I'd probably scream, sad face. And he would be like, you're no different than the others. Emily Austin, friend of the show, says the opening to this email is so hysterical to me, I'm almost open to being swindled. And you see the email says, you've been hacked. You have an outstanding payment. Hello, pervert. I want to inform you about and then it cuts off. Sophia Copium says cavemen, when their angry tribe leader wakes them up and demands they go on another hunt. Okay, so this is cavemen when their angry tribe leader wakes up and demands they go on another hunt. And you see she's reposted Tim Pool, who said, Grok is woke, unfortunately. Magdalene J. Taylor, friend of the show, says, walking around outside is like scrolling with your body. I love this. The P God. He says, I totally dominated you at the museum, dude. Pondered every piece for a couple seconds longer, scratched my chin with more curiosity. Friend of the show, Maggie, says every time my work enemy talks about their partner, I make sure to ask which one so that she has to explain that she's poly in front of our older bosses.
That's fucked.
Trash can's back, keeping it filthy. He's got a picture of what's this? Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling's like looks like he's
Oh yeah.
riding on a boat and touching the water, like the in the wake of the boat, is what I think is happening here. And it says he's wearing sunglasses. He looks very cool. It says, I'm not even procrastinating anymore. I'm low key not gonna do that shit.
Yeah.
As a former poly major, I had to or sorry, not poly, philosophy major, I had to repost this one. Poly Market says just in Google DeepMind hires a philosopher as it prepares for machine consciousness. And Ken Wheeler, friend of the show, says, "Damn, that's crazy. A philosopher got a job? Almost never happens."
Great.
Mary Kuya said, "This kid probably felt like God." I just got to read this headline. There's a picture of a kid dressed like Ben 10, and he's got his dukes up, ready to box. All right, now listen to this headline. Ben 10 fan called Ben will be 10 on 10 10 10.
Whoa.
That is a great job for young Ben. That is a great day. Just a great
Wow.
day for young Ben 10. Here, Hoshi Zorak said, a duo that's way too American challenged me to a Pokemon battle. And
That
I don't know how to describe this duo to you at all.
looks like Afro Man in
There's a
his.
very big black
It's
man.
it's Afro Man next to someone dressed like Paddington Bear.
I
It's posted by
was
Amish
thinking
dude.
Van Gogh. Van Gogh in a straw hat.
Amish
Oh
dude is the
yeah, there
one
you
who
go. There you go.
sent it to him, and he said, "Enjoy freedom." And I think I got two more. Step friend of the show, Step
Hey,
Here's
Steve.
this horrible picture of traffic. I don't know where this is, but I swear to God,
Oh,
if it's like horrible traffic, like
yeah.
DC or something, just god awful. And it just says it's insane how beautiful life can be. And my last meme for this round, the penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most, mind you, is from Arai, who says clown school bully shoving 14 kids in a locker.
Whoa.
That's all I got for round three. Penultimate
Oh.
rounds, kicking it back to TD.
Okay, guys,
TD,
we
this
got one more. Let's get through this a little bit.
this round is what it is, my friend.
Okay, let's go. Still waiting.
There's a delay getting out to
Okay.
Thomasboro. We're all.
Okay, well this is the last one I have for round three here. So yeah.
Ah,
Uh says I could just hear the ping sound for men's humor. Says Target just released Pokemon kickballs, and sure enough, it's 4 kickballs looking like Pokeballs. And Ethan goes, I could smell the picture. And David's
same.
like, imagine hearing some kid yell, I choose you, and then hearing the iconic sound of someone getting hit in the face. Oh, I miss the balls so much. I miss kickballs. Okay, let's go back. Stoner Jesus, my personal savior.
Hola,
It
Jesus.
says when you deep yeah, it says when you deep AF in a conversation with somebody and completely forgot what they were talking about, and it's one of the dudes from Curb Your Enthusiasm, I think, and it says, "I'm sorry, I'm so fucking high."
I do like admitting I've spaced
Okay,
out
next.
during a thing.
I used to watch that show. It's about
Oh,
caterers.
dude.
Yeah, it's not Kroger.
Okay, sure. No context memes, friend of the show. Um,
Hey,
They got something for packed weapon. I don't know. It says, I'm a huge fan of retiring to my quarters. And something useful from Florida says, in this economy, you'll be lucky to retire with your nickels or to your nickels. And Quidception just posted a picture of Statler and Waldorf, the two old guys from the Muppets. And, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, next. No. Oh, let's see. Okay. I like food at Messed Up Foods. So
Hey,
it's
Alex.
got a picture of a can of Barks root beer and a can of Mug root beer. Says you never see these kings advertise, just content to be in their own space, forever waging a cold war against each other with no shifting front lines.
Honestly,
That's true. When was the last time you saw a commercial for goddamn root beer?
Yeah.
never.
Never.
Yeah, good
What's
point.
your favorite root beer, TD?
Um, I'm kind of. I'll admit I'm a little old school. I do like Barks a lot, but probably A&W.
I'm a dad's old-fashioned guy.
I'm a
Dad's
whatever
is
the
good. I
weird.
don't mind Dad's.
I like Fanta root beer.
What the
Oh
fuck?
yeah.
Yeah,
See. I
Fanta
have
root beer.
See,
Awesome.
I have to be very I have to be very careful with root beer myself because one, I have to make sure I can find one in diet, and two, I gotta try to find one with minimal sodium because I don't know if you ever looked at the sodium content on a root beer, but Jesus Christ!
Huh.
All right,
Weird.
next. Hey, but according to my cardiologist
Oh.
in the stress test I took the other day, no new blockage. I'm good. So I'm healthy
Hey.
enough. Anyway,
Hey, is
this is so
this is
depressing.
so
I went and ate
depressing.
a
I
whole
went
block
and ate a whole block of cheese.
whole
I
block of
love
cheese in
them.
protest. Yes.
Love them.
This is the person went in a whole block of cheese protest. Says 4 years ago, I shat myself in an escape room. It's my brother's favorite story. Today he had frontal lobe surgery and there is potential for memory loss. This is the first text he sent me from recovery. James. I survived surgery and I still remember what happened in the escape room. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's brotherhood. That's brotherhood, right?
Yep. Next. This is so depressing. I went and ate a whole block of cheese in protest. Says when your boss asks you to train the new guy, and it's a picture of Tom Hanks as Forrest Gump going, is he smart or is he like me? Yep.
That's
The
a
guy
good
said to
question.
train a couple of new guys. Yep.
That's good.
Okay. Yeah. Next. Ah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. We are a little out of order, but that's okay. Ah, yes, the lesser known Bell brother Taco. I posted this a couple of years ago. It's a picture of Alexander Graham Bell with his weird ass phone. It says or record player, whatever, which one fucking he had. It says, Alexander Graham Bell. I invented the telephone. His brother Taco. I'm working on some pretty big stuff too. Yeah. Next.
Oh, I like food.
Yep. I like food at Messed Up Foods. It's got a picture of like a TV screen here, and there's a couple of cops arresting a guy in a peanut suit. Let me say that again, a peanut suit. And local 7 News here says local police. You know the guy that typed that up. He didn't give a shit. He's like, you know what? Fuck this job.
For those of you who can't read it off the screen and couldn't hear TD, it says local police bust a nut.
Hardly seems like news.
Yeah.
Oh.
God damn it.
Oh.
All right, moving on. Let's see here. Okay. Still coming. Yep. I like food at Messed Up Foods. It says just simply says today I became a man. and it's the Gillette Monster Energy combo pack with a razor and some replacements and some Monster shaving gel and a big fucking can of Monster. Hey, you like Monster with your Monster because we put Monster in your Monster.
Why does this exist, man?
Yeah.
Because people are fucking stupid. That's why. I hate them all. Bill Chris, friend of the show. It's got a picture of a dude at the Amtrak counter and a girl talking to the dude at the Amtrak counter. And it says, Amtrak informs small town girl living in a lonely world that they don't actually have a midnight train going anywhere. Yeah. You heard that song in your head when I said it. All right, moving on.
Right in the feels. Right in the music feels. I believe it's your last one.
Yeah, it probably is. Or really close. Stoner Meme Group, friend of the show. They repost from The Vulgar Chef at The Vulgar Chef. It says, imagine hating me and I'm just over here using an egg roll for a hot dog bun. Sure enough, this dude took an egg roll, sliced that sumbitch down the middle, threw in an all beef weenie, topped it with some cheese and some jalapenos, and I say I need fucking 20 of these.
I think
Yeah,
that looks
that's crazy,
lovely.
dude.
That looks so good. America.
I say it is a guy who again subscribes to the Stoner Meme Group. I really, really want one of these.
Sure.
Okay.
We all do.
And yeah, that's probably all of them. Okay, cool.
Yay. All right, the third round, the ever anticipated third, as in tertiary, as in, all kinds of names we've had for this round over the years. This is a cartoon that I think about all the time. It's a man raising his hand. He is addressing a plane load of people on like a 747. And he says, these smug pilots have lost touch with regular passengers like us. Who thinks I should fly the plane?
Yeah.
For like, I don't know, 6 years or so, just over and over again in my head. And one of my friends was like, oh, who exactly are supposed to be the pilots? And like, we all just piled on because it was like experts, any expertise whatsoever, expertise in the Constitution, climate science, medical science, public health, virology, game theory, foreign policy, history, public policy, education, economics, fucking anything. Yeah, man, what's your opinion?
The Pope.
The Pope. Here we have a picture of RFK and AOC, but AOC has brought a raccoon. AOC saves a raccoon that wandered into the chamber from RFK, who was trying to harvest its penis. Thanks to the Costa Meme Bureau. If you're not following them, that's fine. I like to picture AOC being followed by a whole gang of raccoons. Taking their revenge. Is this the guy? They say RFK. The president of the country just has posted this thing. Says anybody running for president or vice president should be forced to take a cognitive examination prior to entering the race. Blah 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 blah. And then he talks about how he aced the test, the Montreal Cognitive Assessment Test, a test given by doctors to see if you have dementia. He's bragged about it on TV in just recent days. He tweeted this on my birthday. So thank you, Mr. President. My fellow Americans, I am embarrassed, is how I feel. And there were just multiple people. Harold, JF said, Jesus fucking Christ, he really thinks it's impressive. Yeah, he does. He's delusional. And then a bunch of other people who have actually worked with real ones who are like, yes, I prefer a different test. Speaking of psychology and psychiatry, here we have a picture of a person on a couch with their therapist that is written on the door. It says, stolen by Weirdly Chris. Thanks, Chris. Guy and a shrink. And the guy says, I wish we could create a better society that wasn't inherently soul crushing. His therapist says, best I can do is pills that trick your brain into thinking you don't hate it here.
You got yourself a deal.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Yeah. Drive a hard bargain.
I pass this along to several of my witchy friends. It's one of these fun top 10 lists here. Aunt, Auntie Matters Pocket Prescription 10 things to do when you're stressed. Number one, talk to a rock. It has survived worse than your Tuesday. That's all I needed. I was like, cool, I'm on it. Done.
It's
So
pretty
I went
good.
and talk to a rock. Here we have a picture of a Barbie doll with a frown on her face laying on the ground, looking upset. Posted by that meme girl. And it says, me after saying no worries either way, when I am in fact worrying both ways and a secret third way. And her. I like being choked. Me. And this guy's got like dabs.
Dude, why does it make you cough so much worse?
Did I ever, gentlemen, did I ever get a
Dude.
chance to do my imitation of, did I ever get to do my imitation of every hash dealer I've ever met in my entire life?
No? Dude, I think your noise suppression is
Probably.
muting your coughing.
It was great too. It was brilliant. It was thespianic gold gone. Katie says it was brilliant.
For our listeners, evidently Eric was coughing during that radio silence.
Yeah, he was just doing a performance and we couldn't hear shit.
I wonder if I could do that quiet. I wonder how that would work on a regular mic. But it's just like,
Are you ready for the post with the most?
yes,
We're doing
indeed.
it, man. Time to kick this barn out of the sky. Cam at Matrix Reloaded says, after completing a very small Lego set, it feels good to work with your hands. You know, to build something real. That was my post with the most. What'd you have this week, TD?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's funny that you brought up Legos because if this is the actual post with the most that it's supposed to be, this is Lego related as well.
Anyone's bet. Anyone's bet. What's gonna happen?
Coming to you after these short, brief, goddamn messages.
Brought to you by the speed of light, slowing down on its way to Thomasboro.
Oh, thank God. Okay, Uncle Ben at Bensky B Sky Social. Oh, you actually use Blue Sky. How fucking adorable. DC Comics and Satan have officially collaborated with Lego to bring you the worst possible thing you could step on, and it's a goddamn Lego Batman cowl with those two little bat ear thing. This thing is just like waiting to lodge itself into your fucking foot.
Dude, I've stepped on one of these right in the soft part of my foot.
Oh.
Right in the arch, dude.
See?
Oh.
Oh, well,
Wow.
yeah, that thing should be banned by the Geneva Conventions. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's my post with the most.
Insane. Okay. Now on to my post with the most. It was that same post from earlier, man. All the Scientology buildings on Hollywood Boulevard are locked down. They even took off the door handles. TikTok children, people. A TikTok children shall lead them. Where documentaries, politicians, and others cannot do it. That was my post with the most, guys. And
Nice work.
that is everything we're supposed to do for an entire episode of Facebook for the Blind. Oh, except lighting a ritual candle, but I'll do that right afterwards. To everybody out there who's listening and watching out in TV, video, Electron land, we love you.
Love you, George.
Woo! Love you, Beverly.
Thank God, recording stopped.
Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.